Welcome back to Emotional Mojo. So he's a 3-time cancer survivor and nationally recognized cancer advocate. He's also responsible for the vision and direction of the foundation, which inspires and empowers people affected by cancer. Welcome President and CEO of LiveStrong, Doug Ulman.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. So Doug, you were first diagnosed when you were 19 years old with your first malignancy. How did you handle that at such a young age?
Well, as you can imagine, it was a very difficult time. It was a shock. I was very fit, and the last thing you expect as a 19-year-old is to be diagnosed with cancer, much less a rare form. And so it was a real difficult period of time and really a roller coaster of emotions and anger and frustration. And but luckily, just was so fortunate to have great family and friends and physicians, and gave me a lot of perspective on life for sure.
Absolutely, and obviously then I said 3-time cancer survivor, so you had cancer a few times after that and have beat it. So you obviously got a passion for working in cancer. So you actually started your own nonprofit organization. Soon after that, you joined LiveStrong, which of course is founded by Lance Armstrong. So I have to ask, how has his departure affected LiveStrong?
Well, it's been a trying few years, as you can imagine, and it's been a difficult period for the organization, and we're just, so focused on serving people and families in need, and we've had to remain entirely focused on that, even given everything that's gone on around us. And we're eternally grateful to Lance for starting this organization and giving us this opportunity. And
right.
We have to take advantage of it because, as you know all too well, this disease impacts each and every one of us in profound ways.
Absolutely. Well, and obviously without Lance, LiveStrong would not have the name and the following that it has. And I've shared with you before, Doug, that I lost my husband 18 months ago to cancer. So it's definitely a passion that I have as well. So there's 32.5 million people living with cancer worldwide. So what are you finding right now that is the biggest need within that cancer community?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many millions of people around the world that are diagnosed every single day, and in each situation their needs may be different, but some of the consistent themes that we hear repeatedly are people are looking for clinical opportunities. So where is the best patient-centered care for their specific diagnosis? People are looking for practical support, whether that be transportation or child care or any of the other things that might impact their treatment and their therapy. Obviously, people are always looking for financial support because cancer can be a devastating illness, both physically but also financially for far too many people. And so we really try to address both the physical, practical, as well as the financial implications that come with it, not to mention the psychosocial impact.
Right. Well, and you just nailed it. I mean, I remember when we first got the diagnosis, and especially a stage 4 diagnosis, I mean, the world literally comes down on your shoulders and you're like, where do I go? What do I do? You get on the internet and you just start searching. Where can I find treatment? What can I do? How am I going to pay for this? I mean, everything that you just said, and LiveStrong is such a great resource for people. So thank you for being out there and leading this. And I also want to ask you about Mount Kilimanjaro. So you just climbed a couple months ago, Mount Kilimanjaro, and this was part of a survivor summit. So you were up there with a whole bunch of other climbers who had survived cancer. What did this, and actually that's when I met you on the plane coming back. I was coming back from a different trip. He was in the seat behind me and I said, did you just climb Mount Kilimanjaro? Because you had just climbed it with 3 friends of mine as well. So what impact did that have on you?
It was transformational. It was just an incredible journey with a group of really inspiring people who all had a story for why they were there. And it's such a small world that we obviously met on the being there with your good friends, Mark and Robert and Wendy was once in a lifetime, truly, to do something that none of us thought possible, and to do it with a group of people who are all committed to this cause, this cancer community. Was really, really powerful.
Well, and you guys had some incredibly difficult weather conditions and all kinds of stuff. I mean, was there a point while you were climbing that you were just like, you know what, I'm turning back? Or what brought you to the top?
Well, it was one of those things. I was way out of my comfort zone on many levels. But when you're doing something as a group and you have committed to a singular goal, there was never a thought of turning back, but there were some sleepless nights and some worries and some fears for sure. And, it's so synonymous with the cancer experience.
Right. So you've got something really cool going on at Livestrong right now. Tell us about the Big C competition.
Well, the Big C is a competition to unleash the power of entrepreneurs around the world. So we were looking for entrepreneurs who have great ideas for tools and products and services that will impact the lives of people affected by cancer. And anyone can apply, and there's financial rewards, and there's marketing help and assistance, and we're just looking for entrepreneurs all over the world who want to help solve the problems facing people and families affected by cancer.
And we need it. Thank you so much for joining us, Doug, and you can get more information by visiting livestrong.com.